Okay. I really hope this is coming in. Let's check this thing. Aloha, aloha. Aloha, aloha. Anybody? Woo. I know what we'll do. Shove this fucking thing. Let's see that. Nope. We need to have it right here, up in your face, just like, I got a podcast. Come join us. Hello. Okay. Hi. For that garbage in the front that we just did, welcome to the episode 2 of the podcast. And I don't have my mic on. There we go. Well, I thought I had it out right before I pressed live, and I did. All right. Who does that? Yes, I want to know. Who's... I can't read any. You know what? That's what sucks. I can't see any of the. I can't see the screen, and I can't do the reverse because my front screen sucks. So I'm just gonna let it rock. And I was hoping to do a. I could turn it around, I guess. It's just horrible. I need a new phone. All right. So, episode 2 got off kind of funky. It's a nice day out here in California, but apparently 48 other states are in a cold weather blizzard warning shutdown. I know some of you guys are out there freezing your tardies off and breaking shit, snapping stuff because in the cold weather things snap. And so that's why I guess Vadavon and all that stuff in these cold weather areas is such a hit. Now it makes all sense to me. Why the East Coast and the Midwest is Vidavon and M2C and what's the other one? The girl bashing one? Whatever. There's the chick racing. I don't know. I need somebody to go online with me. Anyways, I have an agenda here, so screw it. I don't care. And listen, after I go my agenda, and if we can get somebody on there, and maybe we'll do a part 2 of episode 2, or shit, we'll just call it episode 3. Maybe we'll go online with somebody tonight or today. Right now it's 12:30 here on the Pacific Coast. It's beautiful out there on the PCH, by the way. So I've already written down, again, I'm prepared here, more and more. I'm late. I know I was supposed to have this thing a couple days ago. You like my glasses too, by the way? That's the state of mind I'm in right now. All right, so episode 2. We're going to start with the podiums plus 2. I'm going to take these headsets off because they're not even connected to anything. Okay. We have the podium plus 2, and forgive me, I'm going to just check. Yeah, let me just check, please. Okay, we got somebody with us. I don't know who it is. It might be Josie Wilds. Yee-haw! Josie Wilds! Shoot him up, kid. This one's for... Oh, I was just kidding, Bubba. I was just kidding. He doesn't... I was just kidding. Hi. I was just kidding. We don't need a dog fight on live TV. No, it's okay. Why don't you go outside? I was just kidding. It was a joke. It was a joke. My dogs don't. The one dog just does not like. It's an airsoft gun. It's okay, Bubba Gadoo. Okay. I just jacked up my whole production because of this. So hold on. There you go, Bugga. You can go lay down, dude. Whew. He's 130, 125. She's 91. They get along, but you don't want to do that. It's a bad idea. So that was for Josie Wilds. Shoot him up, kid. All right. Let me check the camera again. Okay, this is such a awesome thing to be doing. I was gonna say budget, but hey, I got expensive mics. All right, so is it sound okay? Again, I can't read it, so I guess I'm gonna just go with it. So podium plus 2, that's going to be the new rigging system on how I rating system. Fuck, I'm way out of it right now. The new rating system on channels that I'm checking out, that in no particular order either, okay? And if I give you a shout out, it's the plus 2. So it's kind of like I guess you could put 5 on the podium like they do in IndyCar or whatever, Formula, whatever. But usually podium's like 1, 2, 3, right? Like in whatever, 1, 2, 3, and then plus 2. So enough waffle. We'll start with at RC Review. Now I know a lot of you guys know this guy. He's Filipino, and I love his accent. I used to do work with chemistry stuff that I do, and the chemist we had was Filipino. Actually, we had 2 Filipino chemists, and I love both those guys, man. And so shout out to my brethren from back in the day. And so I forgot his name. I should have written it down, right? It's at RC Reviews. He's the OG reviewer guy. He's honest. He's got a cool voice. He does a lot of scale stuff. He's on the scale, and he brings a couple of the friends he knows on, and they showcase cars and stuff, and they get some decent footage and stuff. So, but he's got a lot of subscribers, and I just think he's very influential to the community, very good for the community, and you should go check him out, please. And if you're not familiar with this channel, please go and subscribe. Next one is at DoYouRC. Again, another high subscriber guy. This guy's got 44.7K subs. Cool video he just had, which was he had the mud. He was going through mudding. He's doing a lot of mud shorts and some video on the TRX4M with some big mudder tires, and really cool. It was just cool stuff. He's got a lot of cool videos. Go check him out. The next one is at Jesse Bussinger 5058. Now this dude did an RC 4-wheel drive with Mudslingers, and he went into depth, and he had a cool video with it. So go check him out. The next one is at Adventure Time at Adventure Time RC. This dude did the new SCX10, the SCX10 3 with the new cool body. The CJ7 with the red and the gray. He had a red one, and he did an open hood. So he cut the hood lines. He put M2 hardware, stainless steel hardware, and he was able to get some brackets from Dubro, DU-BRO, which is kind of mainly aircraft. But if you need really good hardware, go check out Dubro. They also have a channel. I went from Adventure Time RC and went right over to Dubro because I wanted to see some of the hardware stuff that they had. But that's what he said. He had Dubro hardware, and it was just really kick-ass. It was just a kick-ass idea, and he was putting a latch on there, and just really awesome. I want to get that RC. Again, we'll talk about that addiction soon. And then we have an honorable mention. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4. Next one is TJ_RC. He did a custom. He does like a custom out of the box thinking, you know, like his videos and stuff. I think he did one with, it might have been a TRX4M, mudder tires and such. So there you go, honorable mention to him. Have you ever thought of what Kelvin Talbot, like how stoned that guy looks all the time? And then when he says, "Let's go take a rip," and like he's always talking about taking rips. I think there's some language in there that we're not really getting. There's scenes. Tell him to do a live with me. I want to know. I'm curious because is it easy to smoke weed in England? And I know he's like trying to find a place. He's trying to move, I guess. Who knows? Maybe he's trying to migrate over here to the United States. I heard something like he was trying to find a better place, or that taxes was so heavy in England, he was trying to maybe get out of there. Who knows? Who knows what is true? I know he's got a really cool truck, monster truck. Okay, so I guess the elephant in the room is the new 4S Outcast. The big brother is right up there. God dang, the difference in size is pretty massive. And you guys know, if you deal with fifth scale, they're huge. This thing's cool. It's beefy. I do have an issue with the slop. I guess there was a thing with slop, and most of it has to do with these arms. So there you go, Vidivine, M2C. I could see me putting on a lot of that stuff on the steering to kind of tighten everything up. Some O-rings. Yeah, I'll probably get into it. See, it's funny how like the smaller ones, like for value, I think the 10 scale gives you that value proposition because some of the parts most of the parts aren't as expensive as the 5th scale or an 8th scale. They do, and what the thing about 10 scale is they share a lot of parts. You can do and share a lot of parts with 8 scale stuff. You can upgrade. They do it with the Typhon. They do it with all kinds of cars. So I got that, and then back there on the wall, I got the Traxxas Slash. I haven't opened it yet, but I did get a bunch of parts. I did a short. They say that it's the ultimate, yet they don't give you the aluminum hubs with the car, and they don't give you these high-end drive shafts that fit. The 6451 is the 6451 is the front, and then they have a 6452 in the rear. Let me see and check the camera. Hey, we got 2 people. I appreciate that. That's awesome. So I bought Traxxas website. They talk about the laundry list of stuff you need to get. You need to get some bearings. If you check it out, they call 5117, and they're blue. They have like a blue seal. These are black. Guy at RC Visions told me the black sealed ones are better than the blue ones. I don't know. Go figure. So that's that. So if I open that, that's another project. And so this goes with the addiction, right? Like, so I bought a bunch of parts. I bought some extra tires, some boots tires to put on the new Arrma Big Rock that I got, that 7th scale beast. So basically I got 3 cars. That's a lot of money. And then all the batteries I got. I think I should be getting another 4S battery soon, any day now, that I ordered on Horizon Hobbies. God, they juiced me for a lot of money this year again. Not as much as last year. Last year was really heavy for me, but this year I think I kind of went out with 2023, coming into 2024, guns a-blazing. I gotta pedal down a little bit, because first of all, you start with so many projects. I guess you're chasing a dopamine hit. We're gonna get nerd out. Let's get total freaking nerd right now. You chase the dopamine hit, right? That's what human currency is. It's the dopamine hit. So every time you buy a car or buy a new part, go out, get the adrenaline from it and crash it, right? Kind of get that downer, but then you get up again because you buy a new part, maybe you put it on and make it fancy, and then boom, you get that shot of dopamine. And that's what we chase. We chase it with the cars. We chase it with the parts that we get for the cars. I think sometimes we get it just by having the fact that we have the parts. Like right now, the parts. Oh, I got the parts. Like, oh, cool. Another box of parts is going to come, and it's like freaking, it can get crazy. And so I know it's easy to say, hey, we got to pedal down, or you got to make an adjustment. I think the adjustment is finish some of the projects. Like, write down the projects, get them going as far as like paper, get a wiper board. Like one of my friends says, man, no company's good. Like, the bigger the wiper board, the better the company, something like that. Like, you got to have a big wiper board for a big company, right? Like, write everything down. So for these projects, you could just get a little 12, one over here is like a 12 by 18 wiper board, and you can just write down your list. I have one in my RC garage too. Just super good way to just keep track of some of the stuff, because man, that's a lot of money you could waste. I've noticed how many car parts and motorcycle, like real car parts and real motorcycle parts I have, and just how much money that I like, good stuff too, like aftermarket, awesome, this and that, whatever, and just that currency and conversion to now, and where could I put that, you know? And I know that's adult hand. To be able to afford this awesome hobby sport is to have a little bit of like reservancy. I'm making up words right now. To be reserved a little bit, right? To kind of pedal down a little bit and get some things done. I guess I got so many projects right now, so many failed cars. I think this is where I fall into a problem, is that car breaks. I go, okay, I got to get the part for it. Meanwhile, I'll take another car out, you know, and then that repetitive thing where I grab another car to get the fix because I just want to go RC, it breaks. It's something probably stupid, right? Oh, well, rather than stop playing or stop doing the filming, just grab another car and be on my way. Then that can load up real fast, especially if you're kind of haphazard, like you're going to try new things. And like I like to drift my corner right here, and it's fast. It ends up being like a 50-mile-an-hour drift in some of the cars. And usually, if you're out of control, you hit the curb, or if there's a car there, toast it on a big wheel. So, oh man, you know what? It's Saturday. I'm doing my podcast, and they're starting up their saw back there. But I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna do some like meditation, right? Yeah. So, I'm really pumped about this car. Let me shut this door. Yeah, hold on. Pumped about the car. Pumped about the other car. Pumped about the big Arrma. I just need to go and drive. What have you guys been doing? And if it's super cold out where you're at, how's that treating you? You know, like, do you have more time to sit around and watch videos like this? I post it during the middle of the day. No one's gonna, I don't even know my demographic, to be honest. I don't even check that stuff out, which I probably should be doing to be an adult about my channel. I haven't been doing that. I check out more other people's channels than I do my own, which is probably not too good. But again, I'm trying to immerse myself into the culture. I started this shit when I was 9. I'm 51 now, so there you go. Do the math. But I haven't been in it full bore the whole time, but my heart's been in it all the time. Like there's never been a time where RC wasn't in my heart, or at least I had some type of remote control car or helicopter or a drone or, a nitro car. So, and nitro, it's funny because it feels like there's a resurgence of nitro. Not that it ever really left, but there's more electric car prominence, at least here on the West Coast. There's not a lot of nitro stuff. When I go see RC car guys and go to places where RC cars are prevalent and being driven, I don't see nitro. Rare, I should say. Rarely do I see a nitro. So, and most of them are like what, two-stroke nitro. Some of them are 4-stroke gas. I don't know. What's your thoughts? It's messy. They're kind of loud and all the time. Maybe I'm just getting old. I grew up on 2-strokes. I raced 2-strokes motorcycles for 9 years, you guys. Like I have 4-stroke and 2-stroke motorcycles. Still ride. I don't race anymore. Maybe it's just an age where you just kind of like, you're over it. And it's not that I don't like brapping my bike. I love brapping my bike. And maybe I just need to be able to be, there you go. No, TTO2 shit. No, I have a RC8. It's downstairs. I have a brand new RC8 kit. Maybe I was going to try to do a electric conversion on it I was probably a little bit on the sauce, not the sauce, but the smoky, and getting a little weird thinking that I was going to do a conversion from nitro, because the nitro kit was super cheap. I got it for like $450 or $440. I had points. Now that kit's like $800, $900, back to normal. And I haven't seen it go on sale since. So, that being said, do I build a nitro? That's, again, another project. Like, how many projects can you build? And then how much money is that going to cost? Like, I have the Outcast up there that I still need to kind of get together. I had a cart full of stuff from A-Main, and apparently it didn't check out. So probably all those things that I was going to order for that thing, they're not on discount anymore. But I had a whole cart full of stuff that I was going to add to that one. I still have a Creighton build that's a RTR EXP. Just so much stuff. I need to replace the my fire team motor. Like there's like you end up just piling on a some amount of money, and if you're putting on a credit card with interest rate, I don't know, man. Like there has to be a point that you're just stoked on what the hell you got. Like I think I keep going back to this point about the original Slash that I have, the cheap one. It's like the one step up from like the cheap one, meaning it has lights. So it's the cheap one with lights, 2-wheel drive, like the open diff. It's a brushed motor, just basic and it doesn't have their stability, Traxxas stability management. So there you go. It's that car is a blast. I love driving that car. Like I've been thinking, I have to tighten up some bolts, and then it's all they just came loose. But that thing doesn't break. It just doesn't fricking break. I beat the junk out of it. Do stupid stuff with it. It runs on 2S. I put a high voltage 2S on it on a brushed motor, and it lasts forever and it bashes forever. It's just not the fastest thing in the world, you know, and it's not going to jump the highest. It doesn't have that factor. It has that open diff, so it kind of just like your drifts are limited. I mean, you can tighten the Traxxas if you're not familiar with the slipper clutch on it. You can tighten those slipper clutches down like pretty tight. There's aftermarket discs that you can put into there. It just tends to eat up the transmission a little bit more. But hey, you know, like again, you can upgrade to their bulletproof ones. Like they have like an upgraded transmission. So again, go down that rabbit hole. It's funny because I was listening to some comments of people like bagging on Traxxas, like Traxxas trash. Hey man, I'm not. Look at Arrma. Look at Arrma. I just bought an Arrma. I got a ton of Arrma stuff. I got a ton of different types of cars. I dig Traxxas because they're durable. Yes, their stuff is like to them. So be it. Like, and if you don't like it, just don't buy it. And if you dig it, kind of whatever the case may be, like that's the whole point. They helped RC because you're able to get into something ready to run that was fast and durable, and then you could beat the crap out of, and that you could end up modifying. And again, is it? You debate it 10 ways to Sunday about like how durable they are or how pricey they are or what they did with the whole TRX4M bullshit, and I didn't agree with that. I don't agree with trying to blackball, you know, people who are trying to make a living out of this sport because they're trying to make the parts better from the manufacturer. Like, hey, there should be none of that bullshit. That's like a Ferrari move, like stuff that Ferrari does, like weird stuff like that. You know, like you don't want to be trying to capitalize on people like that because then you're just taking advantage, I think. So all said and done, you know, like I'm a Traxxas fan. I do like their stuff. I keep buying their stuff as I just bought the Ultimate. But I do have an issue like with the parts that they say it's an Ultimate and then it's not really an Ultimate. And I get at the price point, if they were to add all this stuff, you're talking, that's well deep into the $700 range. And no one in their right mind is going to buy a $700 Slash, right? Like they're going to buy a UDR. And so that's why the value proposition for people to get a Slash and do that, whatever, you know. So I guess I'm done, man. I wanted to throw this down Saturday afternoon. I wanted to do it with somebody. I wanted to do the widescreen podcast and doing vertical because YouTube's like, oh, go vertical and invite somebody on. And I can't hear if there's a notification. I can't see it because my phone's turned the other way. So I apologize, but appreciate it. I did see one, and I saw a maximum of two. Then somebody fell off. They're over it. Appreciate it, man. All right, like, subscribe. This is the RC Car Podcast on the Aftermath Moto MX channel, MX and RC channel. So go ahead and check out some of those channels that I referenced earlier. By the way, Shoot 'em Up Josie Wales just got that thing going brushless, that Sentinel he bought. He took out the brush motor, went brushless. Now he's gotten traction problems. So let's see, follow him and see if he can figure that traction issue out. RC at RC Review. Do You RC at Adventure Time RC, Jesse Bussinger 5058, and TJ_RC, which I'm going to subscribe. I'm subscribed already. There you go. There you have it. As always, have a beautiful, blessed day. Go pet your dog, kiss your mom, say hello to a neighbor, invite him to go do some RC. All right, guys. Thank you for joining the podcast. I promise that I will have a guest on this next time. I promise. It would be great to have somebody sitting in here, and I'd like to record it through the mics, but running it through my camera on my phone, it's just a lot easier to run this other system. So bear with me. We will get it all dialed in. All right. Thank you very much. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. Stay warm.